Okay, so I've been putting this video off for a couple hours now. I'm trying not to cry in this video, but it's probably gonna happen, and I'm just gonna have to prepare myself for that. Kind of already tearing up just thinking about telling you guys this and having to explain it. So, yesterday was a hard day. Sunday, if you're watching this in the future, it was Sunday, December, I don't know what day. December something, it was Sunday, and I recorded a video this same day, and it got corrupted, and that was, just one of the extra things where I was already like, well, today's a bad day. Yeah, it just added on, but that's why there is no Wildcraft today, and why there will be no video today except this one that I'm making right now. I was recording one, and it got corrupted because I had to stop it and start it again, and I learned that the file got corrupted, and, the audio saved, but the video didn't. So I lost the footage of that, and I'm going to have to record another episode and explain everything that I did in that one, but I didn't do much, so I wasn't that upset. But the day just kept getting worse from there, so my morning started out. On Sunday morning, I was woken up by Mimi making a noise that I had never heard her do, and she was doing, this little exhale. I actually recorded a video of it to send to my friend, Rare, to see, to show her what I was talking about and why I said I was keeping an eye on her, and waiting for my dad to, get out of the shower so he could keep an eye on her instead while I tried to make a video today. Because I thought nothing of it, because Mimi has a lot of problems, had a lot of problems, and she had been having seizures before this. We didn't exactly know if it was a seizure until that day, until Sunday. But we knew she was having episodes of something, because she would faint, or, we thought she was, choking, but she was, having a seizure while eating, so she choked as well. And it was always while she was eating, and I think that's because it made her stressed, because of all the animals in the house. The cats would be watching from the table, and Buddy would be around, and it would just stress her out. So we started, separating her and Buddy and all the animals from her while while we fed her, using the fridge door and the cabinet door to, block the animals from getting in. And we started giving her mushier food because she was starting to choke more on the hard dog food that we were feeding her because she had bad teeth, so she couldn't eat it very well. So she was having problems. So we got her a bunch of mushy dog food, and her and Buddy would have that in the morning. And this is hard to say in a video. I'm gonna have so much freaking crying episodes while I'm editing this as well. So that morning when I woke up and she was making that noise, I just thought it was something else that was wrong with her. But I didn't exactly know to what extent. So I, let my dad watch her, and when I went to go show him what she was doing, the noise she was making, I put her on the floor, and that's when she kind of just started wobbling around like she couldn't walk and she couldn't see. She was acting like she couldn't see or walk, and she had a seizure, and she fell backwards and pooped at the same time. And my mom said that they will poop while they have a seizure if they're having one, and make a loud noise and scream or something, and she did that. My dad, as soon as she fell back, I went and picked her up, and my dad, my dad told me to hand her to me, and he was hand her to me, and I handed her to him, and he walked around trying to help calm her down while she was having it, and he said her eyes were darting back and forth while she was having it, and he laid her on the couch, and after that, he tried to feed her, and she wouldn't eat or drink. She wouldn't do anything. And when I woke up, I was trying for a couple hours, trying to get her to hack it up, because I thought maybe she had something stuck in her throat from last night that she ate, and she just didn't digest it down to her stomach, and it was stuck in her throat. Because it sounded like she was making a choking noise or something, but apparently my mom told me that is a sign of heart failure in dogs. She kept having seizures all day that day, up until 4:30. That was when my dad decided he was going to bath her and take her to the vet, because by the time, my mom, before they went to the vet, told us that we should say goodbye, because she had a feeling that she was going to have to get put down. Oh, stay strong. I'm sorry to be the one delivering this video to you. I was just gonna give an update about why there was no Wildcraft, but I couldn't just give you an update about that without giving you an update on my life and why videos are going to be a little bit scarce coming towards Christmas. I did have a lot of video games that I had planned on recording before Christmas got here, but they might have to wait a little longer. I hope you understand. I don't really have anybody that demands videos from me, but I just like looking back on my channel in future years to be like, yep, I made this Christmas video, I made that one. Like, it's just a satisfaction thing for me. But if any of you guys were wondering why videos are going to be scarce, this is why. I don't know if anybody wanted to know this information, but I'm going to go into more details and just tell you the full story of what happened with my mom's dog, my mom's Chihuahua. I think she was a toy Chihuahua, because she was really small. What happened to her, and how she passed away yesterday. I try to laugh it off. I try to just, like, make a little laughing noise so I don't cry. So if I do that a lot in this story, like right now, that's why. I don't think I've ever cried in a video before, so I'm sorry. And the reason I'm doing a video like this with Webkinz is because it felt like the only thing I had to do. Because I didn't want to show you guys my face, because for one, I'm crying, and I don't want you guys to see that on the internet. Oh my god, don't look at me, no. But also, my eye really hurts, and I think I have like a sty or something, but I don't know. My eye is like swollen, and no one wants to see that. That's just, no one wants to see it, okay? It's been hurting a lot, and crying a lot yesterday did not help the situation. Now my eyes are really puffy, and I'm a mess, okay? So, my mom, I thought nothing of it all day. I was like, okay, my dad's just going to take care of her. She had one of those episodes again, she's going to be fine, my dad's going to feed her, all that stuff. But then an hour later, I heard my mom start bawling in the living room. And then a couple minutes later, she came in and said that he's going to take her to the vet and you should probably come say goodbye. And she could barely even say this because she was crying really hard. And she couldn't, like, completely form a sentence of what she was trying to tell me. But she was, like, saying, like, you gotta say goodbye just in case this is the last time that you see her alive. And I went in there and my dad had her wrapped up in a cover and was holding her. Don't start sobbing again. This is not the time. And I just scratched her cheek. And she was acting like she couldn't see. When my dad would wave his hand in front of her, she was just staring off into space. And she looked like she was suffering a lot. And then me and my mom, oh goodness gracious. I basically did this without even warning either of them. I just walked up there with Buddy and let him sniff her. To see if he could tell that she was, about to pass away, or that she was not feeling good. He sniffed her, and then he backed away, like, something's wrong with you, I don't know what it is, and I don't know if it's contagious. He just looked very confused why I was sticking him in her face, basically. And that was the last time that he saw her. That was the last time that I saw her. So, they went to the vet. And my dad had to sit there. He was there for like 2 hours. We were waiting for an answer to what was wrong with her for 2 hours. Just to hear the news that she had heart failure and other things. Like, she had liver problems, she had something with her lungs, something with her heart. Like, it was bad. And we knew that she was not feeling well and that she had been, suffering for a while. We just didn't have the money to take her to the vet. But this time my dad literally, like, it was his day off, and he still spent most of that day off taking her to the vet. Because he knew that this time it was serious. It wasn't just like, oh, she had a little episode like last time. It was serious, and he took her, and they said she had heart failure and all this stuff, and that they wanted to keep her overnight to see exactly what the cause was, and what was actually making her, slowly pass away. And they wanted to keep her overnight, but that would be $1,000 to keep her overnight, and that wouldn't even mean that they would find what was wrong with her. There might not even, and if they did find out what was wrong with her, they wouldn't be able to, like, there might not be a medicine to cure it, there might not be a cure for what it is, or there might have been a medicine and a cure, but we would have to pay for it monthly, like $150 a month, and that would mean we wouldn't have food, and it literally meant there was no choice. There was no decision to be made. It was just we had to put her down and end her suffering. And even if there was a medicine and we could afford it and we did, give her the medicine all the time, she had so many other problems with her that it would have been a lot of medicine. That would have been like $150 each, and then she would still be suffering. She would still have all these problems, and we'd have to give her medicine, like, every day, and she would be suffering right now. And just to give us a little bit more time with her is basically what it would do. My mom and dad basically were my mom was on the phone with my dad, and my brother, she told my brother to come in here in my room, And I was drawing at the time, working on something, and she came in and had the phone up, and they were telling us all this about how there's literally no option here for us because we have no money. And I was on my computer just staring at the whole time, drawing, trying to just zone out and draw, but I just started, like, slowly crying. And then I told them they can go now, because, like, y'all know the decision you have to make, so why are you even including me in this? Mom was like, I take it you want to be alone? I was like, yep. I don't know why you don't. And by that point, I was already, like, sobbing and crying. And they both left, and then I literally started hyperventilating and, like, having, like, a panic attack and crying. And I'm not exactly sure why, because, like, yes, I love Mimi. I loved her a lot. And we had her for 7.5 years, but I was nowhere near as close with her as I was with Buddy. But apparently I was, more than I knew until this day, that I had to say goodbye to her. I wish I would have known in the morning that it would have been my last morning with her. My last time to ever pet her, or she always loved when I rubbed her eyeballs because she had really big eyes, and she had a lot of, like, her eyes watered all the time, so I would, like, rub the eyeball juice is what I called it, and it was really just tears because she had big eyes. I would rub the eyeball juice from her eyes, and she would, like, rub her head on my leg, and she loved me. And I think that that's what makes this so hard, and why it's always so hard to lose a pet. Because you know how much they love you and how much you love them, and then in a blink they're just gone. And you never know that that's gonna be the last time you see them, the last time you ever petted them. So if you have pets right now, can you literally just hold your pet or pet your pet while you're watching this? Because I wish I could, but he's taking a nap with my mom, because my mom was literally up all night just crying because she could not fall asleep, because she kept thinking she was gonna crush Mimi, like she had to nudge her out of the way, but she didn't have to. And every time she got up to go to the bathroom, she expected Mimi to come with her and go somewhere and go pee as well. It's just hurting my eye so bad. But this is something we have to deal with as pet owners. People who want to buy animals, get like hamsters, dogs, cats, I don't know, bunnies. I don't know what kind of animals you want to get, but any animal that you get, we have to keep in mind that one day they'll be gone. And we always think, oh, they're going to live for like 14 years. Because they're dogs, and they say, oh, the average lifespan of a dog is like 14 to 18 years. Or with cats, it's the same thing. But we don't ever take into account that something else could take them away from us before we get enough time with them. Before we have all the time with them that they are allowed to have. We've lost a lot of pets in our lives, and the only reason this one is hurting so bad, and the only reason I talked about making a video about it is because she was one of the ones I've had ever since I started making YouTube videos, because I got her, well, we got her in, like, I think 2011? I don't know, it was around that time, and I started making videos in 2014, so ever since the beginning of my channel, I've, like, talked about how annoying Mimi is, and how I gotta pick her up and put her on the bed, and you guys have probably seen me in videos all the time, like, there's an episode in FNAF where I'm like, you don't understand the magnitude of this moment, shut up, Mimi! And there's moments where she's getting a drink, and I'm always like, I swear she knows. She knows I'm making a video. Like, if she was here right now, she'd be getting a drink. I swear she would. I'm sorry to cry on camera, because I know I get a lot of young viewers, and people just don't really like watching sad videos. And I don't really like being the person that puts sad videos on my channel. I don't want to be that person, but I want to honor Mimi's memory, and you guys to know she was a really good doggy. She was a good Wawa. She was a Chihuahua. She was a good nugget. I'm gonna miss her. I already miss her, like, a lot. More than I thought I would. I figured she'd be gone, I'd be just so thankful that I didn't have to hear her whining to get on the bed, or, like, getting a drink in my videos anymore, and begging for my food, but now I can't. Now I can't lay in my bed, or make a video, or eat, or sleep, without thinking of her. Her whining to get on the bed, her, like, licking my face when I'm going to sleep, when I'm trying to go to sleep, or when I'm making a video and she gets a drink in the background, or when I'm eating and she's begging for my food. Yes, they were all annoying things, but I miss it. I got some tears on my camera. Now my nose is all stopped up. Anyway, so, if you guys have lost a pet for, like, it's been years or it's recent, I understand how it feels, and if it's recent, just like mine is, I pray for you. I pray for all of us to get the strength to get past this. Not to move on and never forget them, but to let the grief do its work in our soul and make us stronger. And always remember that they love us and that we love them. I haven't talked out loud to a camera yet. I've only talked to, like, my family and my friends, and I've spewed my guts out to them and started crying, but I haven't done it on a camera yet. I hate to be the person that does this and makes your day, like, have a little bit more sadness in it and make you probably cry. I'm sorry if you're crying too, okay? I know what it's like to hear somebody else cry and then think about their pain and then cry as well. I will be okay. We will all be okay. It's just gonna take time to heal. And that's why videos are gonna be... either I'm gonna just make really short ones, or I don't know if I can, because I'm just gonna start thinking about her getting a drink in the background, which makes me angry and sad. I blame you! But she would want me to. She would want me to move on and be happy. I know she's just a dog, it's not a person, I know. But just like everyone in heaven, they don't want you to be sad for them. They want you to be happy. Because they're as happy as they can be. They're as happy as any of us. This is not the time to mess up what you're saying. They will be as happy as ever. That anyone can ever be. That's what I like to hold on to when I'm sad like this. I like to pretend that she's up there hanging out with my mom's other dog that passed away, and the reason she even got Mimi, her dog's name was Sassy, and she passed away, and then 2 years later, my mom got Mimi. It just goes to show you that happiness can come from sorrow. It just takes time. Mimi made us so happy, and she came from something so sad. My mom's dog passed away, and then it took 2 years, time, to heal before she wanted another dog. But this time I feel like my mom doesn't want another dog because she's like, what's the point? I'm just gonna have to go through this again. Her first dog, though, Sassy, she died at, like, I think age 14. So she died in her sleep, and she died very peacefully below my mom's feet at her desk. But with Mimi, it's just a completely different story. And this is the reason I hate having pets. This is the only reason, okay? Like, I love animals, and I love having someone that loves me, and is, like, loyal to me, and I'm loyal to them, and it's like, I love you, buddy, you're my best friend, and stuff like that. And then I flash to, like, this moment right here, and I'm like, why do I get animals? It's all just gonna lead here. But then I think, but we were their life. And if every human thought the way that I do right now, like, why do I get dogs? They're just gonna die and leave me, and I'm gonna be so sad. But if we all thought that way, we wouldn't have gave them a good home and a good life, and they wouldn't have been happy. This is how we do our part. We stay with them throughout their whole life, no matter how short or long their life is, and we show them that they are loved. And she was. She still is. I'm going to be putting pictures of Mimi on the screen, so I'm probably going to be crying while I edit this and everything, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to insert some video clips at the end that I can find of her on my channel, if I can, without sobbing into an uncontrollable mess of tears. I just wanted to make a video honoring Mimi, and also letting you guys know why videos might be a little sluggish, or just not as peppy as usual. But, I mean, I'm not using this as an excuse. I already wasn't feeling making videos before this, and now this just adds to the situation. I just didn't have my mojo. I was just enjoying my Christmas, you know, like, trying to just hang out with my family. And that's actually how Mimi spent her last night, was we were all in the living room with the lights off, eating and watching Home Alone. And we had Mexican, which, fun fact, was Mimi's first meal she ever had with us. When we first got her, my mom got Mexican and gave some to Mimi. And then the other night, we had Mexican again. And Mimi had some of that, I think. I don't know. I believe so. And she also had some Doritos, which also her favorite chip. I saved a corner from the bag of Doritos, the same bag of Doritos that the last bag that she had. I saved a little corner because I like to save things that remind me of pets that I've had. Like, I saved this little tiny pink pillow from my first, like, pet. It was a cat named Sweetie. I saved the little pink pillow. I saved the little pink pillow that she used to play with. And I put it all in a bag in my dresser drawer. And I put a little corner from the Dorito bag that was the last one she ate. And the reason I did just the corner is because she had a very small mouth and bad teeth, so she could only ever handle eating the corner of a Dorito. That was her last night with us, all of us together. And her last meal was also her first meal that she had with us. And all in all, she had a really good life. And she was very loved. And she took up a big part of our lives. More than we thought until now when she's gone. We just thought, okay, this is our little dog. We take care of her. She's just a part of our lives. But now it's like she was a bigger part of our lives than we thought. Because now we notice every little thing that she used to do that she'll never do again. And I think that's what's sad about it. That and also Buddy, because he keeps looking for her. When we fed him, we gave him both packs of food instead of just giving him one and separating them both. He just got to eat freely, and we didn't, lock him out of anywhere like we usually did, because she couldn't, eat around other dogs or people because she would get stressed. And he just ate alone by himself and looked at us like, I thought you're supposed to be feeding her. Where is she? My mom wanted to let him sniff Mimi. The vet gave us her in a little tiny box, and my mom wanted to let Buddy sniff her in the box, because dogs will know if their friend is gone. He never got to do that because my dad couldn't get the box open. He already buried her, but my mom wants to let him do it anyway, and wants him to dig her up, and it's morbid, I know. I don't know, but I think that's the only way Buddy will get closure and stop looking for her, start getting to the grief stage, because he knows now that his friend is gone, and he can start grieving instead of just being confused the whole time. But who knows, maybe he'll just get through it on his own, and he'll just forget about her. I don't think he'll ever forget about her, but he'll move on from thinking about where she is all the time and wondering, why she isn't getting any food right now. He'll just think that she's gone. But yeah, Buddy's the one been making this harder on me than it should have been in the first place as well. It's already really difficult because Mimi was such a tiny little bundle of joy when we first got her. She was vicious, don't get me wrong. She was a vicious dog. She attacked people sometimes, mostly if you picked on her, like my brother always did. Or if she had food, or if she was with my mom because she's overprotective. She was very overprotective and loved us all a lot, so if anyone ever hit me, she would try to lick them for some reason. That was her way of defending me, which is weird. Buddy, when you hit one of us, he tries to attack you. But Mimi, you would hit one of us and she would lick you, stop it, don't hurt them. It was so sweet and so confusing, because it's how dare you? And she's just licking their hand. She was a tiny terror, but she was our tiny terror. And she was our little princess Nugget. I used to call her Nugget all the time. And I miss my Nuggets. But I'm gonna have to move on eventually. It feels bad to move on sometimes, even with a real person or an animal, because you feel like you're forgetting them. Instead of moving on, you're just literally forgetting about them, you're ignoring the fact that they're not here and the fact that they're gone. But they would want us to move on. They wouldn't want us to sit around every day sobbing over the fact that they're not with us anymore. I need to stop crying while I'm talking. They would want us to have peace with what has happened, and they would want us to move on. Not in a way where we forget them or we stop loving them even when they're not here. Because I still love all the pets that we've lost, like Sweetie, Milo, Gilbert, Rocket, Sassy, Baby, every pet we've ever lost. We lost a hamster before. It's our only hamster we've ever had, and he died within a year, I think. Even less than a year, probably. It died to diarrhea. Yeah. Just a little humor to throw in there. It made me sad in the day, in that moment, around that time of my life. But now it's I had a hamster that died to diarrhea. Wow. I don't think I'll ever get over what happened to Mimi and how it happened and how just quickly it escalated. But I think I'll get over the fact that she's not here anymore. I'll get over the fact that she's not, right now the house is so quiet because I would usually hear her, walking around out there, clicking with her little claws, or whining to get in my room, or whining to get on the bed. She whined a lot. And it's gonna take a while. It's gonna take months for me, I feel like, before I get to the point where I can say her name and see pictures of her without sobbing and wishing she was here still. I will say this is the first pet I've lost that I've genuinely missed so much after it passed away. Because it was so sudden, and I feel like we should have had more time with her, and that she should still be here. But God had a plan, and I'm gonna have to just go with it and push through. You can't go over, because then you're just gonna ignore the problem. You can't go under, because then you're just gonna hide from it. You just gotta go through, bear the tears, and get to the other side. So, if I act a little different in videos, now you know why, and you also know why there was no Wildcraft. Because I was going to, and then it got corrupted, and then yesterday just turned out to be like the worst day since I've been alive for a very long time. And it's just been hard. I hope to soon bring you a video that I recorded actually before this happened. A Christmas video that'll hopefully make you laugh. It was before Mimi had passed away. It was, I think, the day before. I think it was like the same day I told you guys where I we were sitting on the Christmas tree watching a movie. I think it was that, morning. And then that night we sat around and watched the movie. I think. It might have been the day before that. I don't know. So that'll be the last video that I post that was before the Mimi incident. And the next video I post will hopefully be either Wildcraft or a different Minecraft video that I have planned on recording. I want to do a Wildcraft Christmas special, but I just don't know if it's going to happen or not. I'm going to try to. I also don't know if I'm going to get an episode up before Christmas. It might just be the Christmas special and then just another random Christmas video later, but I don't know. But I have added some new mods on Wildcraft that I want to go over in the next episode, so I'll just have to keep you guys tuned in for that. But yeah, I usually turn to videos when I'm sad, or when I'm depressed, or when I need to talk to something, or somebody, or I just wanted to laugh and be silly. I turn to making videos, and I wanted you guys to know, and to talk to you guys about this. So I updated, I posted a Facebook status and all that, but I haven't posted it anywhere on my social media, and I guess there's no better place to post it than YouTube, and then just share it places. But my mom's dog, Mimi, has passed away. We now only have 2 dogs, and one of them is extremely old. His name is Shadow. He lives out back, and he's I think 14? But right now it's just Buddy in the house, so videos are going to be a little bit quieter, but Mimi didn't really make as much noise as Buddy did anyway. Buddy barks and gets drinks in the background. Don't get me wrong, there will still be a dog in the background getting drinks. Just one that I won't have to put back on the bed after they've got their drink, because he can jump on the bed himself. But yeah, I guess if I'm going to do this, I will go ahead and say it, but if I don't, then, well, I don't know what will happen. It'll just cut to the outro, because I'll just be too sad to find any. But this is going to be a montage of videos. I don't know how many, maybe 2, maybe more. I don't know how many videos that Mimi was actually mentioned in, or was actually in. I think she was in the New Year's one at the beginning of this year, I think. So I don't know. I'm just gonna go edit this, and here's a little montage of Mimi and all of her fine moments. Yeah, this is my way of paying respects, because we didn't hold a funeral or anything. So this will be my way of paying respects and telling her, I will always love you, little nugget. And you'll always be in my heart, and I love you. Now cue the sad montage of videos that Mimi was in. I'm sorry, okay? I'm making you cry again, probably. I'm sorry.
Hi, Mimi. Oh,
Mimi, please. Mimi! Shut up! It's not gonna happen. You don't understand the magnitude of this moment. Shut up. Come here, Mimi, before I kill you. It is okay, you guys. Mimi, don't. Mimi's scared of storms and thunder, so she gets really licky and lovey when it's storming outside, and I don't know what's going on with him. I think he's just lonely. Mimi, are you scared? They've taken my spot. Mimi, stop trying to lick my ear, okay? What do you want? Yes, I smell like litter box, okay? I just went and cleaned it. This is the moose. His name is Buddy. He's mine, but he's technically mine and my brother's dog. Technically, he's the whole family's dog. But he loves me the most, and he sleeps in my room. I don't know about loves me the most, but he does sleep in my room all the time. And she sleeps in here all the time, too, but she's my mom's dog. Her name is Mimi. He is in my hoodie. Are you hiding? Because that's not a good hiding spot. I just want to show the people what you're doing and what you're going through right now in this hard time. Oh, no. So he's lodged himself into my hoodie. They get very clingy when it storms. You can't have a neat bed when you have dogs. I'm just gonna... Well, guys, I'm sorry this video has been such a downer and so full of sadness and depressing thoughts. But I hope you guys, whether you're going through a loss of a pet or a person in your life, or it's been a while and you know what it's like to get over this, your prayers are appreciated. I love you guys, and I hope I didn't depress you out today. Maybe tomorrow or the next day I'll go ahead and post the Christmas video that I recorded before all this happened to give you guys a little bit of happiness after this. Anyway, guys, it feels wrong to say I hope you guys enjoyed this video because what the crap. But I hope you guys have a good day. You know? Don't let depressing thoughts like this get you down and stop you from doing the things that you want to do. I'm going to try to go through it and not hide or go around it and actually, cope properly with this situation. Thank you guys for watching if you watched all the way through, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye, everybody. I'm not going to do the Wild Wolf 6 because, I don't know, it feels disrespectful. So, goodbye, everybody.